All right, guys. Happy New Year's to you guys. I don't know. Happy New Year's 2020. So let's get it. Yeah, I want to talk about tax season and want to highlight some key features, what to look for. And so I know a lot of people were asking me like, "Hey, um what's the best time to trade Forex or what's the best time to do this? What's the best time?" So, best time to trade Forex is tax season. Number 1 is the USA, you know, the United States got the biggest income tax spending, consumer spending during tax season from February 1st all the way till um, April 15th is when they close taxes. But from February all the way to the end of April, that's like the best months of trading. And so what I want to highlight is just a couple. Yeah, I just want to do a couple charts if I can get on here. Woo. Just a couple charts, and I'm gonna highlight it on the weekly chart and not on the monthly, so that you guys can get a chance to see the volatility of the markets from the 1st of February all the way till the end of April. And I want you guys to understand that that if you are getting into the markets during tax season, you have to be mentally prepared, right? Because the markets are going to be more fast paced and they're going to be moving a lot more. And depending on what pair you're focusing on, I would recommend looking at gold, all the yen pairs. Well, the only yen pair I look at would be USD but just something to think about, especially when you're hopping in and trying to figure out what pair you want to look for and you kind of don't know what you want to trade on. I would recommend looking at USD because it's universal pair. So, but we can go ahead and look in the weekly chart here. And if I can get on this, yes, I am. Okay. So bear with me, guys. So what I want to say here is that on the weekly chart, right? So let's look into here. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Yeah, let's talk about this. Look at what is massive move here, right? Beginning of the year, 2019. Now let's talk about March to May, because that's what I'm going to highlight. Right? All this markup. I want to mark up what May and March and May here, right? What am I looking at? Yeah. And so now this is on UCJPY. Now, reason why I'm highlighting the March to May is so that you guys can get a chance and look at structures, but how much it's been going up and down. Now, obviously, I want to highlight the daily charts and the 4 hours, but it's just so far backed up that I would be we'd be zooming in and out and scrolling back and forth from different time frames, and that's just too much. But what I want to highlight is that you get a chance to see highs and lows, right? From what happened back in 2018 here at the lowest point, and what happened up here where this is my trend line, but what happened here when it caught off the resistance at the 112 and the 113. So just pay attention to the price. Always pay attention to where price is being stabilized at, or where price is being hit at a really critical high point or at a very low point. And I would recommend looking at, your daily highs and daily lows. And you can find your daily highs and your daily lows on what chart? The daily chart, because I'm talking about daily highs and daily lows. So that's the way of looking at it. Let's see. Let's talk about gold here. I know a lot of people are asking me about gold here. Now, if you look at gold has been a massive up move pretty much at the beginning of the year, right? So let's look at the beginning of the year of gold here. All right. So let's highlight this price here, 1280. And this had a peak of 1560 up here, right? So you can clearly see that it is on a massive move going back up. No stopping it right now. But let's highlight March and May. So with this, what I'm trying to base on off during tax season for gold is that during tax season, from what I've seen so far from the years I've been trading from back in January of 2017 up until now, we're in 2020. So this is my third year trading. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that if US consumer spending is that high and US dollar is going back up, then we would anticipate on buying the dollar for tax season, and we would sell gold or sell other things, right? Or even stocks. So that's what I'm talking about, is that there's a lot of consumer spending during that time and people are buying a lot of goods. So that is something that you should pay attention to, especially for the economy of the United States. Let's see what else. The US dollar. Let's talk about the US dollar during tax season. Maybe you guys can get an eye opener here. March and May. So March, right? I'm highlighting up here. This is March and this is May. So you can see that back in 2018 that the US dollar has been up at the beginning of 2018, right? Because this is the 2018. Now in 2019 is here, March and May. All right, so this is March and this is May. Now you can see wasn't much, a whole lot of movement. There's a lot of structure and zoning here, but you can see that it still went up even after tax season. So I'm talking about summer here. And at the peak of September, right? At the peak of September was when it had its downfall. So I talk a lot about pay attention to seasons. Every season, I live in Wisconsin, guys. So every season is 90 days, right? Every quarter. So every 90 days, there has to be some huge turnaround going on. When I'm talking about turnaround, I'm talking about like a reversal point or pairs that end up, uh, what is it? I'll just say reversals, but I'm talking a little too much here. But reversal points is key because every 90 days or even 6 months, things can just reverse, and then it can just gonna continue on whether you look at the weekly chart or monthly chart. Now, this is on the weekly chart. You can clearly see this. So from September, right, it's the ninth month, and we're coming to the end of the year here, right? And it's still for the US dollar still trending down. I don't plan on seeing the dollar going up anytime soon. And I know that we're in the first day of January, so don't get a little bit too crazy on saying, "Oh, I'm gonna buy it because you know it's the new month." And with the new month, anything can happen, yes, but you gotta be precise on where you want to do if you plan on buying the US dollar at this point. So I would hold off until next month when they at the end of this month is when they start sending out W-2s for the consumers, right? For the employees. And you can start filing your taxes. And with your taxes, you get income taxes. So normally around March is when you see the biggest moves. And I'll just be honest that the month of March is probably the best month of tax season to accumulate a lot of money or profits or pips. That's what I want to say. So that's the way I see it. Now I know on the weekly chart you don't really see a whole lot. So, but if you could dive down, look into daily and 4 hour, you can definitely see a lot of crazy moves during the time of March. But if I'm not gonna do it on here because it's just way too much to look back, and we would have to zoom in and zoom out and do a lot of different time frames to go back into different uh the structures of the candlesticks and the panel patterns and also the highs and lows of the prices. So it's too much to look at. Let's see what else was being asked. Crypto. I don't really have a whole lot for crypto. I'll make a separate video on crypto. I know some people are asking me about that. I'm just trying to read up on some of these questions that were being asked upon tax season here. Flipping an account, yes. Flipping an account during tax season, yes. I would highly recommend that is the best time to flip an account or trade really, really aggressive. Yes, you can blow the account. I'll be honest about that. But that is where I grew the account. And then that's where I learned my mistakes. And that is that is the season when what I learned the most from trading. Because you have to remember that when I started live trading back in January of 2017, and when I flipped 350 to 26,000 back in from February until March, that was the best time trading for me. Even though I did not know a single damn thing of trading, I didn't know nothing about trading at that time, but I knew that I wanted to make money, and I stick with it. And I focused on one pair, which was USD JPY. So there you guys have it. Um, I know that there was a couple more subjects that I will be talking about later on this week and next week. But like I said, this is something that you should be mentally prepared for tax season. Always be mentally prepared, not physically prepared. You have to understand there's a lot of emotions involved during the time when the markets are really volatile. And if you're not mentally prepared for the markets, and how are you going to get there? And so you have to mentally be, you're going to be challenged all the time with Forex trading. I'll be honest about that, you know, and in business. But with Forex trading, you're going to be challenged all the time. What I mean by that is that you have to be prepared to adapt to the markets all the time. Whenever the markets do not go your way, when the markets go against you, and if you anticipate a lot, you have to know what you're trying to anticipate for the markets, whether it's fundamental or technical. And so, whenever things that are not shifting or correlating the way you anticipate for the markets for the week or for today or for tomorrow or for the upcoming future, you have to be, you know, I would take a step back and refocus on what you could be capable of. And so, other than that, that is it. Tax season. Be prepared next month, not this month. Be prepared. Like I said, at the end of this month of January, always look at and see what is going to be sparking up. What is going to be the next fundamental play in this first 90 days or the first quarter of the month. Also, we got interest rates coming up too. We also have the Fed Reserve coming up. We also have Trump coming up. We also have well, at the end of the year we'll have elections coming out, but that's something else I'll be talking about during fall time, not during at this time. So this is the chance to actually redevelop and look at tax season. Whether you like trading during tax season, I like trading during tax season. If you see most of my flipping videos, it is during tax season, not during summer, winter, or fall. Very, very rare cases I'll showcase a video about flipping an account during fall or winter. But tax season, that's where it's at. So other than that, I know this is a long video, but I hope this makes sense. I hope you guys like this video. If not, I will definitely make another one for you guys again. So peace out, guys. Happy New Year's. And make sure 2020 is the best successful and more positive vibes for you guys. Not for me, but for you guys. So thanks for following. Thanks for subscribing. And more to come to you guys. Peace.